Please welcome the fighter they call the Quiet Assassin, introducing Jamontay Clark. They call him the Towering Inferno, introducing Sebastian Fundora.
At 6 feet 5 inches and endlessly aggressive, Sebastian Fundora enters the ring determined to prove that his unusual frame is more than a novelty. It's a weapon.
Who's had the advantage, Joe, over the first two?
With relentless pressure and a willingness to fight on the inside despite his height, Fundora brings a style that overwhelms opponents and excites fans every time out.
Fundora trying to get a little space, teeing him up, firing from outside.
Referee's getting close.
Hard left hand.
Referee steps in.
For Fundora, every punch is thrown with intent, and every round is another chance to climb closer to becoming the most unique champion boxing has ever seen.
It's another story, but it's a nice left hand by what weight you are, but to find 6'2" sparring for Fundora.
Straight away, as you can see, when he came out, he just came right after Clark.
Well, you know, when we talk to the fighter, be a very good fighter. This is not going to be an easy fight. You saw that sharp left hand Clark just threw there. But Fundora,
southpaws during his amateur days, but this the first as a pro.
In different fights.
I agree.
And it's kind of weird for a tall guy like this to be, you know,
What he's got right here is a tall, big guy that might be on the inside.
Clark at 6'2". Oh, nice right by Fundora. Round one comes to an end.
Boy, that was a nice hard left hand over the top from Jamontay Clark that landed clocked over the top like that, like he just did again.
Yeah, Jamontay's got good movement. I love the way he's moving around the ring right now. He's not being
Lennox had the edge in round one.
I think it was pretty close.
He's smart to use the jab that Clark is using. Of course, Clark just made a nice slip off to the side and came back with a nice combination.
Point. Clark won the national PAL title back. Record of 14-1, 7 wins coming by a knockout. Big right by the space, as we usually see throughout his fights.
Quite a few times, and this is the first time I think we've ever seen him use a jab like this. Fundora uses that so effective and so strong. Look at that left hand there.
You have to remember it's a long jab as well.
This is a big step up. Look, I mean,
Left by Clark.
Yeah, good left. Fundora to be punching inside.
well, he's seen him at work before, and he knows that Fundora can do damage on the inside. Clark is using up a lot of energy moving like this.
Time winding down in round two. Jamontay Clark connecting with the left hook. Scheduled for 10 in the super welterweight division. Sebastian Fundora. Total punches landed pretty.
This is what he has to worry about when he comes in so fast, that Jamontay is going to be able to throw, stepping in a bit too close. He needs to block that jab before he throws a punch.
Counter punches. Look at that. He slipped nice, moved his head with punches. And we'll see what happens if Clark can stand up to that. Good jab by Fundora, and then landed a little left uppercut there. So he's really putting the pressure on right now in boxing. But then when you put on that real hard pressure, you put the guy on the run. And then it's almost like prey. I think he's counter punching nice, like that.
If I was in Clark's corner, I would be telling him to, hold his ground a little bit.
Jamontay Clark just underway, round four. Our Heidi Androl is with Sebastian's fight.
And he's putting him on the move. He's putting him on the run and making it obvious that you're winning the round.
Oh, big left by Clark.
Clark has landed that several times tonight.
Yeah, and that's because Fundora is dropping that right hand when he jabs.
Unlike if it's a right-hander, it's completely opposite. You don't have to worry about that side as much.
Was in Rosario's corner when he handed Jamontay Clark his only loss.
Now, Fundora about 10 seconds ago landed a nice left hand, and I think it kind of stunned, looking to do some damage.
Clear scoring blows.
All right, thanks, Marcos. So 29-28 in favor of Fundora. There's a nice right by Fundora.
Yeah, Fundora landed 2 straight left hands and then finished it with a hook.
Ring the bell here.
With a good overhand left, catching Fundora on the top of the head.
We're in close quarters here. They both throw hooks, bam. And
Trainer Kevin Bedford, Heidi.
Thank you very much, Heidi. Well, Kevin, I heard you say to Jamontay entering this round that you...
We're going to take his jab away, start countering off his jab. He's been aggressive with the same jab. He's getting hit with a lot of clean shots.
Punches. Fundora in the 4th round landed his fewest punches to this point, only 8.
And while Heidi was in the corner and a couple other body shots. To tell you the truth, I think it's a tremendous shape.
We heard from Freddie Fundora earlier. Sebastian Fundora at 13.
Following Jamontay Clark around the ring. So, you know, if he keeps doing that, his fighter right now is Jamontay Clark.
A look at Ramon Alvarez in his locker room getting set. Ramon, the older brother of Canelo.
Ooh.
And here you see Clark connecting some more. You know, he's gaining the confidence right now. He's throwing a lot more shots, especially that right hook is coming along.
Distance.
Big left hand by Fundora. That's the first big shot that he's really landed on Pauling. Oh, now they're wrestling a little bit. Oh,
And now they both go down.
but here we go. There's that chopping left hand right there. You look at the bottom of the corner, and then Fundora, that's after he had him hurt. Now Clark is trying to get a hold of him and really wrestle his way this round. And he probably feels, and his corner probably feels, he's a little behind right now.
Fundora has to be careful when he's coming in like that because Clark is still dangerous.
Clark is a sharp puncher, that's for sure. But I think if anyone gets hit with a big punch and gets, you know, we've seen Fundora take some clean shots from Clark, and he's really taking them well. Good job of getting out of danger there. Oh, good counter shot by Fundora. Clark threw a left hand, Fundora came back with his own counter.
Oh, left by Fundora.
Yeah, he caught him on the gloves. It wasn't a clean shot.
It wasn't.
His head or waist or too much as he's getting a lot of punishment this round. So far, I have Fundora up in this round
A little bit. If you thought Jamontay Clark was having back in his direction.
Fundora has never fought past the 6th round.
And Fred there too, Fundora is. But look, there he comes Clark, right back, and I think he just stunned him.
You know what I say? If the ref doesn't, Fundora can see it coming. Oh, there they go. There it goes.
And hit one over the top, and it stunned Fundora a little bit. Well, time's a wasting. I don't know what the judges might be thinking. Get my fighter. If I were Fundora, I'd be a little bit concerned that we might be a little bit behind. And I'd say you got to hurt this guy. You got to get out there. He's also missing some of the punches that he would normally use against a right-hander and be effective with them. And it's really not working against the southpaw.
Time winding down in round 7 in Minneapolis.
The fight is up for grabs right now, as far as I'm concerned. And we're coming down the stretch here.
Clark was throwing some good left hands to the body.
The attack here is body work. He really hasn't done it. It's been head only left and right. And that's almost your cue to go ahead and try to get those body shots. Right off the jab, he's moving right into that left hand of the body.
Now Clark shuffling.
Good left hand.
Clark's letting Fundora miss.
Fundora's winning this round, and this is an all-important round right here.
Scheduled for 10.
See.
Oh, Clark's corner was calling for the 1-2, and Clark threw the 1-2, and it caught.
You see Fundora chasing Jamontay Clark. Here's the left hook, and here comes the sharp right hand, or left hand, I should say. Here we go. Again, he uses the same thing. Same punch. There it is.
So you've been throwing a lot of overhand. Change it up and start throwing some straights. Good 1-2. Pop, pop. Then drop it down.
Sebastian Fundora and Jamontay Clark.
He stood back and waited. When he's coming forward, Clark is actually holding his ground right now, taking his corner's instructions and then doing well on the inside here. He knows, his corner knows he needs these next 2 rounds.
Let's check in once again with Marcos Villegas. How have you scored it over the first 8?
Let me tell you, Kenny, this fight, it could be a draw. It could go 1 point Fundora, 1 point Clark. It's really, really tight. And these last 2 rounds,
The significant punch by Clark was right at the end of the round when Fundora stood back. Otherwise, all the work was done.
Pretty even, when it comes to both boxers, I would say Clark has been throwing some great body punches, and
And it's a great fight, right? Oh, great left hook in the second half of this round.
Yeah. Clark is waiting for his opening so he can throw some punches right now. Fundora needs to take a little step back and throw his punches.
Am I going to see that like a boom, boom, boom? You know, be smart about the position. Nice job. Go, let's start out boxing smart first, all right?
At the end of round 9, thrown by Jamontay Clark.
And in the corner of Fundora, his father told him half, and then try to come on hard in the second half of this round. So
Last 6 fights. As Clark slipped a bit, we mentioned Fundora.
it's a great fight for the fans. You got to be the guy that's being aggressive. See,
Yeah, but
by laying back, he just got.
He's waiting for the last
Part of the round. Look, he's got to put his hands up and get on.
He does.
Yeah, but the deciding factor was 2 big left hands. I mean, you have to separate what's been going on this round because we got cracked with 2 hard shots. That counts for something. Another big one.
Fundora and Clark go the distance in Minneapolis.
Yeah, I felt like I was the one putting in all the work. This guy was moving a lot. When the fight was going on, I felt like I hit him with more jabs. I felt like I got more punches on him. So.
And judge at ringside, John Mariano scores the bout 95-95, even a draw. The decision is a split decision draw.